Alejandro Rodera from Formula TV Spain. How are you?
Hi.
Good, how are you?
I'm great. I've had the chance to watch the first 9 episodes, which are the ones that were provided. So I haven't seen the finale. I'm really eager to do so. And in your episodes, Hannah stars in this kind of Wes Anderson film, and Isabel in a Hitchcockian one, which have really different styles. So how do those particular mind movies show what they think about themselves and how they feel about themselves?
Such a good question.
Well, I think Hitchcock lends itself to Isabel really well because knowing that was my character's genre gave me the ability to create Isabel as someone who was extremely paranoid, who felt that everyone was out to get her. You know, all those classic sort of Hitchcock twists of never really knowing who you can trust or who you can count on, which tended to make Isabel sort of this isolated character, you know, over in the corner, not really knowing what was going on a lot of the time. So the genre really helped identify how I played her for sure.
Yeah, and I think for Hannah, you know, the sort of twee indie movie thing was a way for her to, it was a good metaphor for her being sort of stilted and awkward, and you know that there's that like fable feeling to a lot of those movies, and very image based and sort of statue. That's a really good word for it. Statue feeling. What's a good word for that?
Like almost immovable. Very sort of stayed.
What she just did is perfect. If you could just play half of my vocabulary, that would be great. And so there's that sort of piece to her that's less, digestible. And then there's a superhuman, you know, feeling, emotive, sensitive part to her. And so that really encapsulated both, I think.
Because of those perspectives and for how they express themselves in the show, they might seem totally different, but they really share that they hide their feelings to other people. Mm-hmm. So how was it to play these two characters and getting to explore them, not just from their points of view, but also from everyone else's?
Well, it was interesting when you were playing your character through somebody else's point of view. And that was a big jump, I think, for all of us to perform because, you know, say Isabel, who identifies herself as Hitchcockian, to then be in Hannah's genre, you almost sort of have to walk that fine line of, well, remembering where you come from, but you're also in this other world. And that was definitely challenging, but in a good way. Yeah.
And when you are seeing those mind movies, your ones in particular, you can see the references at first sight in the first frame, practically. So, but what were the movies or the show that you researched to get into those minds?
Well, I watched a lot of Alfred Hitchcock movies and a lot of movies from that era in particular. And I focused a lot on the voice because there was this odd way of speaking back then, which they called the mid-Atlantic accent, which is somewhere between a British accent and an American accent that was really, really popular in the 50s. And that helped identify the way Isabel spoke, which was very studied and determined and very sort of upper class. And that identified, you know, her for me through the whole series.
I watched Vertigo. I watched Pride and Prejudice. I watched Royal Tenenbaums and a ton of Wes Anderson movies.
Right.
The ones that jump out, but I watched a lot.
Right.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. I really like the season, so I hope it does really, really well and everyone watch it. So thank you so much.
Thank you.